The folks here in Florida definitely used to this. Rain in the forecast as we join you from Everbank Stadium here in the city of Jacksonville. Coming up, a rematch of last year's AFC Divisional Round matchup, as it'll be the Chiefs of San Juan taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. At their own 22-yard line. Now a seventh-round surprise from a year ago. It's Isaiah Pacheco across midfield. He's on his way. And all the way in for the touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. First and 10 at their own 15-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Take right open.
A man coming off an 1,100-yard campaign last year. Here's Travis Etienne. Now there's Will Anderson, the 3rd overall pick to bring him down. This defense for the Chiefs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Take right open.
Etienne once more, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
3rd and 8.
Go, let's go.
Lawrence will throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Here's Logan Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Fights loose. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt. 3-yard return, and the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll swing this out to Tony. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. At their own 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Smoke Monday. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Kadarius Toney is intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. That is caught. A solid stiff arm. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
All right, let's go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Jupiter, Silver.
Here's Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Lawrence going to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
That's good for a Jaguars.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Lawrence to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Lawrence on the sneak. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars! Christian Kirk taking it in. And the Jags get a bit closer. McManus's point after is good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like, and that's caught inside the 30. And touchdown. Kadarius Toney. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. Breaks through the contact. Touchdown! Travis Etienne, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They go play fake. Mahomes. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws, has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen gets to him for a gigantic loss of 19 yards. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Agnew now to return. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
I got him.
On play action, Lawrence. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
Here we go.
Now Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards. They go play action with Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. On first down, Lawrence. And it's caught. And the Jaguars are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
ETN will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for 2 here.
Hey, kill.
They'll try and throw for it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two.
Hey, kill.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Chiefs. Butker now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. This fielded right at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. A give running right, Etienne. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just past the 35. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're rocking and rolling, but the scoreboard doesn't show a big difference. You know, maybe it's one of those games where coaches say you can't miss your turn on offense.
I like the way you phrased it, especially with that. I love that rocking and rolling because the explosions on offense are happening. So that's going to keep the crowd going. They're loving that. But defensively, they just can't get it together to get the stops they've needed in order to help increase their margin. They've got to find a way, but you're not counting on it. It's exactly what you said. Can't miss your turn, can't miss your opportunity.
Yeah, they're going for another opportunity now. This ball deep for Tony. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now here's Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. They'll crossover out of bounds right at the 25.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Big 13 heavy.
Handoff running left is Etienne. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. On first down, right back to Etienne. Oh, there he goes, left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 54 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Toss left side for Etienne. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Boy, how about the speed with which his offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's got this to the rookie, Rashee Rice. And he'll be out of bounds. yards, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. And with that last throw, a nice milestone for Patrick Mahomes. He goes over 25,000 yards passing for his career. Well, it seems like his rookie year was not that long ago, but he is steadily climbing that all-time leaderboard and figures to do so for many years to come. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 47 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Kadarius Toney from 4 yards out. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Jamal Agnew. Touchdown, Jaguars. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other. And the Jaguars are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back.
And now the rookie's free. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards. didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Mahomes takes it himself, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
First and 10 at the 33.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15. Lawrence will throw. Etienne bringing in another one. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice gain.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here we go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's first and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. They go play action now. Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
At the 2-yard line.
Here's Lawrence. Etienne here, catching it on the other route. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your...
Travis Kelce. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelce for a big one. 48 yards.
It's a gain of 48 yards. And the first down, Chiefs.
Motion man right is Rice.
Hey, 43, 15.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Travis Kelce. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Now Lawrence. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Smoke Monday. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he's got it. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Kadarius Toney, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 24.
Jaguars 41.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. That is caught, and he is going to have a Jags first down. They go for it on 4th and 2, and it's a gain of 6. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Lawrence to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Sink right. Hey, kill.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, I'm gun.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
Sink right open. Here we go.
Again, it's Lawrence. Looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more on that one, and another first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Goal at the 8-yard line.
11. Go.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he'll be hit as as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
Decent 24.
Now Lawrence. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continue. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Just keeping the play alive. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Zay Jones, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Jaguars take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
Jaguars 49. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They go play action. Now Mahomes on the move to his left. And it's caught. Touchdown. Kadarius Toney, 29 yards. And the Chiefs tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. extra point by Butker is on target. And that pushes the lead up to 23. And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number.
That's caught inside the 20. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Lawrence buying time to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Take right open. Here we go, son.
Lawrence will throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
To number 13, Christian Kirk. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Go, let's go. Hey, Jupiter.
A final shot now for Lawrence. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Hey, Lion.
They'll try to run with ETN. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
So how about this start to a year? Fantasy owners take note. 2 rushing touchdowns in the opener. 2 more here in week 2.
So a nice pickup by 2 entities. 1, this team for making sure they acquired this guy. And 2, anyone who plays fantasy who has him on their team.
And they will not get the 2 points here, but it wouldn't have mattered anyways. And that will be the final snap of